Good morning. The principle is simple. When you buy something, you should own it. This idea is a cornerstone of our economy and our freedom. But in the 21st century, this fundamental right is under threat. Today, I'm here to talk about a legislative framework designed to protect that right in what we're calling the robotic century. We've moved from a world of physical, mechanical things to a world where our devices are defined by software. This has created a sovereignty gap, a gap between what we think we're buying and what we actually own. Manufacturers are using cloud tethers and software locks to maintain control over products long after you've paid for them. As this diagram shows, the initial purchase is no longer the end of the story. The manufacturer retains de facto control, turning us from owners into mere temporary users of the things we've bought. This control is exercised through a new language of digital restrictions. Parts pairing uses software to prevent you from using a perfectly good replacement part simply because its serial number doesn't match. They lock you out of root access, the administrative control you need to truly own and modify your device. They can even use remote disablement to turn off the core functionality of your device, the very features you paid for, all over a network without your consent. This isn't a theoretical problem. It's a documented pattern of escalation. The same tactics used to lock down your smartphone are now standard practice in the automotive and agricultural sectors. And the next frontier is robotics. If a company can remotely brick a phone, what's to stop them from bricking a construction robot, turning independent maintenance into a permission-based system? We've seen this with Apple, we're seeing it now with BMW and John Deere, and the future of robotics is heading down the same path if we don't act. The justification for these restrictions is often the complexity of the technology. But this is a myth used to eliminate competition. A 2018 investigation by CBC News provides a stark example. They took a MacBook with a minor backlight issue to an Apple store. The official diagnosis? A total logic board replacement costing over $1,200. An independent technician, however, found the real problem: a single bent pin. The fix took 30 seconds and cost nothing. This isn't about complexity. It's about control and profit. The consequences are dire. American farmers, the backbone of our nation, are being forced into a form of digital serfdom. Unable to repair the tractors they supposedly own, they're forced to turn to hacked firmware from Eastern Europe just to bypass software locks. This creates massive economic and security vulnerabilities. It means a worker needs a corporate permission slip to maintain the essential tools of their trade. This is not ownership, but there is a solution. We are proposing a legislative framework to reclaim our sovereign ownership, the Right to Own Act. This act is built on two fundamental pillars that address the problems of today and secure our rights for tomorrow: the right to repair and the right to sovereign ownership. The first pillar codifies the right to repair for the technologies we use today. It mandates that manufacturers provide access to manuals, schematics, and diagnostic tools at a fair cost. It guarantees the availability of genuine parts, including the microcomponents needed for intricate repairs. It includes an anti-pairing mandate, prohibiting the software locks that block compatible parts. And it provides warranty protection, so you can't have your warranty voided just for seeking an independent repair, unless that repair itself caused the damage. The second pillar looks to the future, to the robotic century. It establishes the right to sovereign ownership to prevent the subscription trap and the welded hood of the age of AI. This means a legal right to root your own hardware for lawful modifications. It mandates that core functionality must work offline, without a mandatory cloud connection. It bans remote paywalls so companies can't disable hardware you've already paid for and rent it back to you. And it ensures data sovereignty, so the data your device generates is accessible and exportable to you. Now, we hear concerns about security and safety. These are legitimate, and our framework addresses them head-on, without creating loopholes that block repair. Manufacturers can still implement reasonable security, but not as a de facto ban. Modifications that harm public networks remain prohibited. And any claim that a restriction is necessary for safety must be evidence-based, specific, and subject to audit. Security and safety must be features, not justifications for monopoly. For this legislation to be effective, it needs teeth. we propose three key enforcement mechanisms. A private right of action empowering individuals to seek damages in small claims court. Attorney General oversight, giving state AGs the power to stop the shipment of welded hood products. And transparency labels, mandating clear disclosures at the point of sale so consumers can make informed choices. This is what that transparency looks like. A simple, standardized disclosure on the box and online. Are you buying a product that works offline? Does it use parts pairing to block repairs? Is the service documentation public? This allows the market itself to reward companies that design owner-friendly products. We are at a crossroads. One path leads to a renter economy, dominated by centralized monopolies where we are all perpetual renters of the tools we need to work and live. The other path leads to a sovereign future, one that fosters competitive local maintenance guilds, creating high-skill, high-agency jobs for the 21st century. This is a choice about the kind of economy we want to build. Ultimately, this isn't about regulating technology. It's about defining the meaning of property in the modern age. By passing the Right to Own Act, we ensure that when a citizen buys a machine, they own the machine and all the freedom that comes with it. Thank you.